Hi, I'm Rowan.
Hi, I'm Calvin.
And hi, I'm Zach.
And you're watching episode 20 of season 2 of In the Zone. Oh, sorry. Episode 21 of season 2 of In the Zone.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be
in the zone.
Today we're going to be discussing the episode The Prime Mover. And wow, it is pretty cramped down here. We haven't been together since Templeton.
Templeton!
The trouble with Templeton.
That was the trouble with Templeton. The trouble with Templeton is that was the last time we ever saw each other.
That's season 1?
No.
Season 2.
That was Booth Templeton.
It's really forgettable, so we can't blame you. But there was it was, and there was an actor, an old actor.
And then he went back in time.
He went back in time, and he saw ghosts, and they were like,
"Oh yeah, that one."
Alrighty.
We are at the Happy Days Cafe.
And it's like D-A-Z-A, it's weird.
What a pun.
Oh, yeah.
I fell out of my chair.
They say the Twilight Zone couldn't do comedy. They were wrong. So there's this guy, Ace.
And he's
talking to a
gambling machine.
well, no. It's like a joke, because he's like, hey, I love ya. Now we're going to start paying off.
He's talking to a human.
Yeah. But then it's a twist, because he's talking to a slot machine, so that's funny.
Best
probably
right there.
Probably the same slot machine as Franklin. He
We
puts in a coin in the slot machine. Oh, I lost. Puts in another one. Oh no, I lost.
Come on, baby. Come on. You have to do it this time.
And we got the music. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Franklin. That's the song they play in Franklin's murder scene. So then he's like, "Oh no, I lost." And then there's this guy who's eating.
Oh, and then you realize that he's wearing a coat and he is the diner owner or something.
You can't just make up lies, Calvin. No one was eating rice.
In my mind, they were.
So
rice diner.
So this guy is paying for his food, and Ace goes up to him and is like, "Flippy double or nothing for the food. Get a quarter." Heads. Oh, says the guy. Oh, it's heads. Oh no. Well, I'm paying for your food. And then the guy takes the quarter. He's like, "This must be a lucky quarter." Puts it in the slot machine, and he wins. Yeah.
And then like, "Here's your quarter."
So Ace beats up the machine, and he's like, "It ain't fair, Jimbo." We meet another character, Jimbo Cobb, who's also working at the diner. Ace is working at the diner, and so is his girlfriend, Kitty. I could definitely tell that woman who played Kitty was from something, but I couldn't know what.
Jaina?
No, definitely not. That's Hitchhiker Woman.
Is she the teacher?
Is she Short Man?
No. She's not Short Man. I was thinking maybe she's the wife from Nick of Time.
What if she was Maya the cat girl?
She is not Maya the cat girl. So Kitty leaves. Jimbo's talking to Ace about his relationship with Kitty, and is like, "Well, we can't get married because I don't have any money." Stop distracting the audience.
You caught me! No!
The one fan. I'm Mr. Lumpy.
Security.
He's on my trail.
Security. What's enough security? This is my own
They
fault.
don't know yet!
I hate it when that happens.
They don't know yet!
So then a car just crashes out of nowhere. It's totally beat up.
So we just this is actually, I thought this was a really good part because they.
Are you chewing gum? Because you just spit it out.
Okay.
Let's do it and just pretend like we kicked him off the show.
We kicked
Calvin off the show. Sorry. Alright, so what were you gonna say?
Alright, so then I liked how they destroyed the car because I was very convinced by the car destruction.
Yeah, it was really good looking and really cool as well.
Yeah. When they destroyed the plane in 22, I was not convinced at all, but...
What? That was convincing.
I don't know. I was much more... I think they did they destroy an actual car?
I don't know what they did.
I don't know. I thought it was a good car destruction scene. We should do we should
no back. What I missed.
We're done with the episode. What did you think of it?
Oh, it was okay.
Okay, what score?
He's gonna give it.
We're not done. We're not done.
You don't know that. There's not enough room for.
I know it's tough. I don't know. You can just have one out and one in. Right, anyways.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
What the heck? What happened?
a very springy backrest.
Spring.
Well, it is now.
Yeah. So the car gets destroyed.
And then he's
so
like, they
Jimbo and
rush
Ace-
out, yeah.
Yeah, they go out to see
And then
it.
there's this weird thing where he scrunches up his
He goes,
face. He's like,
Wait,
And at first
Jimbo, this is Jimbo.
and it flips the car back
Jimbo
over.
flips the car back over with his mind.
All
All
right.
right, implication. What I love is Rod Serling comes in. He like ducks through a tree and he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey there." It's really cool. It's really
cool,
really
yeah,
fun.
So then it fades to black and they're in like the room.
They're like their apartment, their roommate.
Then
I'm
he's trying to
gonna
ask Jimbo about it. He's like, so Jimbo,
He's like, "So what
Yeah.
was that?" all
what was
about?"
that? And he's like, okay, fine, I'll tell you.
First we found out Ace. It's like, well, turns out they're gonna be okay. Nothing serious. The
Right.
people in the car, he means.
Right.
So Jimbo,
Anyway, so then
this is what happened.
he's like, it's
he
this
can't exactly explain, but
It's
he has the
this
power
power I
to move
got.
stuff by thinking since like his whole life.
Yeah, basically by thinking about
He's
it.
like, well, I never thought there was anything special. Just thought everyone could do it. Like
And the guy-
breathing.
and the
Yes,
other
I
guy-
was wrong. Oh shucks. Jimbo had to give up this
Because it
talent.
got him in a lot of trouble, and also
Right,
because it gave
in
him these
school.
headaches.
He had a
Yeah, oh
headache.
boy.
So
And
he's like, I ain't singing no more. I ain't dancing no more.
I don't croon no more. I'm a dentist now.
We gotta get through this.
What's wrong, Zach? Usually Calvin is the one who's mad at it going so long.
God.
What? Why are you not? Why don't you like the tangents? Embrace the tangent. He made a face that just indicated I do not want to embrace the tangent.
Remember when I told Emmett the word tangent? He thought it meant you were going on a date.
I'm going off on a tangent.
I'd like to apologize to the camera.
That's funny. I was not there for that.
Alright, I'm gonna go get something that I think is necessary.
Oh, Zach just quit the show. Zach just quit. Zach, you're slowing us down even more.
Let's keep
I'm just keeping this in case of future tangents.
Alright, then you'll bring us back? Well, we always go on tangents.
I
But you
know.
don't seem to mind then.
No, well this is too much tangents and not enough.
let's keep going.
No.
We'll do
We'll
a tangent later. Just try to go on tangents.
No, let's do the tangents. And then we'll get back to the Twilight Zone. We'll just have talked for a long time. No big. We like the episode just started. So he's like, can you do something to this bed? Yeah, and he floats it.
And he looks under it to make sure there's like not a string. I feel
Right,
like
right.
He was still sitting down. He was like laying down because he had a headache from doing it.
I ain't
And then
singing
he
no
lifts
more.
an entire bed like 10
Yeah, it's
feet.
like, wouldn't it hurt his
Yeah,
head? Well, who
exactly.
cares? And then Ace gets an idea, say, can you make this quarter move? And he does it. And then he gets dice and he's like, give me 7.
dice.
And then he does it. The light bulb is going off in Ace's head. He's like, we could have been living like kings. Jimbo says, how? He says, you'll find out. Goes to call Kitty, says, we're packing for our trip.
Alright, so I would just like to say, this is what they should have done in a most unusual camera. Because they brought in Woodward and they explained their whole scheme to make money gambling.
Yeah. They should have just said,
You'll find
you'll
out.
find out. I'm sorry.
Zach.
I'm so done. Alright, here. Excuse me.
I'll be back.
Keep chatting away.
Alright, so Zach we just fired Zach.
So
For being rude. Oh, that's totally You would have-
Guys,
Guys, this episode has gone way off the rails, like never before. So then we are in Las Vegas. We see signs, neon signs. Oh, we're in Las Vegas. So exciting. They are in a casino now. Kitty, Jimbo, and Ace.
Right,
He's like, let me bet $100 on
Yeah,
number 8.
and she's like,
Kitty's like, that's all we
too
have.
risky. And
Great.
then, but then
It's fun story
obviously he gets
dialogue.
it because
Of mind control. Then he bets more money. Yay, it's
keep
going so
going,
great.
keep
What could go
going.
wrong?
I have a theory. We have very few data points, but I believe we cannot get a gambling episode without having a lot of padding.
We'll montage
this one didn't really have
I
padding.
guess, but I thought, like, do you need to see him roll, like, I don't know, 10
really-
numbers against Phil?
You don't see that much. There is not very much gambling footage. There's not really any padding. I think if they showed less than they did, we would have been asking for more.
So basically, then after you get told
There's
all
a
the dough,
montage. They go from casino to casino. Great
and then
music,
the guy
by the
after
way.
that, the guy he's like, I can't do it anymore.
And they're like, okay, we'll go back to a hotel. Ace is cashing the chips, and then he sees a woman giving out cigars. Hey, let me take a pack of cigarettes.
She's
more important later.
Clad.
She is more important later, and how? Yeah, okay. Anyways, so he gives her a bill, and she's like, I can't make change for a bill this large. He's like, I wasn't
Who said
asking
you
you
had to?
So Jimbo is laying down in the hotel room. Jimbo says he's tired, and Ace is like, okay, whatever. Kitty's like, well, I want to go home. And Jimbo is like, cheating's wrong. And Ace is like, okay, fine, we'll stop
wrong.
after one more time.
Ace is just like drunk with money at this point.
He has a ton of money.
Gonna mention Little Caesars.
Wait, no, it happens in a little while. Jimbo agrees one more time tomorrow night. And so Kitty wants to go home, and she's like, quit while you're ahead. Ace disagrees. Because Kitty has never found out about Jimbo's mind control powers. For the whole episode, she never knows about it.
So there's a lot of,
She probably figures out...
Yeah, they probably explained it later. So Kitty says, Ace, you're sick. And it's like, that's quite the burn. Like, it's pretty harsh to just say, you are sick. So Kitty gets angry and she leaves, and Ace is like, what's the matter with her? And he's like, well, isn't she worth money more than all the money in the world? Ace is like, yeah. And he's like, so go after her. So he goes after her, but because he's still gambling tomorrow, she still leaves angry.
Right. She's like,
and then along comes Sheila, the cigarette girl.
Sheila, the cigarette girl.
He wants to go out with someone, but Jimbo has a headache, and Sheila hates him. So
you mean Kitty?
Kitty.
So
I'm sorry.
He says to Sheila, you want to quit this job and work for me? He asks for manager, like, could I borrow Sheila for the evening? And he's like, sure, because he gives him lots of money.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, it's sort of, so we asked the manager, who's the biggest gambler in town? He says, why, Mr. Nolan, because he knows for some reason. Bill Nolan. And so we asked the manager to, like, set up a meeting with him. So I just need to make sure the camera's up.
In the morning, they're like, Mr. Nolan calls him the phone.
Right. The phone wakes up Jimbo, and then he levitates it over to him. It's pretty cool.
Well, but I didn't like it as a plot thing because
he's tired as heck, and
Jimbo's always like, I don't want to do it. I won't do it unless like.
But then he does it for like the smallest thing. He could have just gone up and walked.
The first time Jimbo did it, it was because. Like,
because
the first time Ace, the first time
is that the smaller thing's supposed to be easier.
I mean, yes, but the first time Ace
but,
saw Jimbo doing it, he was flipping
a phone
a
versus a coin.
Yes, but I don't know. I feel like it was very out of character for Jimbo.
All right, so here's the situation. Calvin has to leave. He just does. What? All right, Calvin's gonna give it a rating, I guess.
All right, it's
Wait. I have.
What is it, Calvin?
It is.
Get back to the camera.
9 out of 10. It was good. I liked it. Goodbye. I'm
get part 2. Am I right?
What the heck? And Calvin's just gonna leave after getting it a 9 out of. All right. I can't believe the dude just gave it a 9 out of 10, and then he left.
It's like a hit and run crime. Let's topple
that chair over. Symbolically, yes.
Actually, just walked out with a 9.
Anyway, so it's Mr. Nolan on the phone. So Jimbo gives the phone to Ace. Ace wakes up.
He calls Mr. Nolan.
Whoa, it's Mr. Nolan.
He calls Mr. Nolan a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That's a good way to die. They were all like, isn't Nolan a gangster?
We find out Nolan is a gangster. Well, we'll get to that. So he asks Nolan to come, and he agrees. Tells him it's
and he tells Nolan to come with all of his friends, which I thought was kind of a poor choice.
Right.
If you know he's a gangster.
They discuss how Nolan is a gangster from Chicago. Jimbo's worried about this. Ace, not so much. Have I told about not so much?
No. But anyways.
So Ace goes to the bathroom, and Jimbo's like, what about Kitty? Ace is like, he pretends not to hear him.
Oh yeah.
Ace is a slime ball. And so
You're not wrong.
Later, Nolan comes with his friends, and so the gambling begins, and Nolan's like, you gotta play with my dice. And so things are going well for Ace. Montage.
So Nolan's dice are rigged.
No, they aren't.
No, they aren't? Because it feels unnatural, very unnatural.
When does he say that? Who says that?
Ace, while he's holding him right.
Well, he's just
I
making
know,
stuff
I thought
up.
that
I don't
too.
know.
But it's like, it seems not
Well,
unlikely that he would have weighted dice.
Well, either way, it doesn't matter,
Hey,
because things are going well for Ace. So Nolan, inspects the dice, even though they're his. Maybe he did, like, a switcheroo, but he inspects them. And he's like, people cheat on me just once. And then Sheila comes in. Sheila!
Ew. Oh, Sheila, why did you have to exist?
So then Jimbo freaks, because he didn't know about the whole Sheila thing. And then
Jimbo keeps trying to talk to Ace, and he's like, "Shut up!" Less vocally.
So Ace bets everything. And then Nolan is like, "Whoa, this is sort of scary for me, because what will happen?" Jimbo is like, "Wait, Ace." But then
Jimbo, be quiet, my friend.
Ace loses! Oh no. And then Nolan leaves with all the money. And so what Jimbo was trying to say, we later learn,
was that he blew a fuse.
Yes, he just lost the power. Because I guess what happened was he was distracted by Sheila and he was freaking out.
I don't know.
No, I think that's what happened. That must be what happened. Because he looked at Sheila, freaked out, and then that's what it cost him.
I think
because he was worrying about Kitty and all that stuff.
There needed to be more explanation, I thought.
Yeah, but it doesn't really make sense.
Yes.
Like, whoa, I got stressed out to now all of a sudden my power goes out. Like, that's something that was never discussed. It was never set up ahead of time. So now it's like, out of nowhere, it's like I didn't even know it was a possibility that it could go this wrong. So it's just kind of weird.
And then he leaves, and they laugh.
No, Sheila leaves.
Oh yeah, and then Sheila's like, "Wait, you mean we're not going to Lake Mead?" That was
I didn't hear that line. I thought you said you're not going to like me.
Oh.
I was confused. It makes a lot more... I think you're right. I hope you're right.
No, I hope you're right, because... Ooh, that makes Ace even more of a slime ball if I'm right.
But then Ace and Jimbo are cracking up. And Ace, it isn't like passive-aggressive laughter. It's genuine laughter. And it's one of those things that, like, it just feels really good at the audience to know, like, they're still friends. And it's all good, and it's like,
and he's a slime ball. Okay, so
No. I think it just sort of went to his head for a while, and now here he's back to normal, and he's like, yeah, I love Kitty, and that's all expressed through his laughter and all that stuff.
I almost wanted Nolan to murder them. I thought that they were going to get murdered by Nolan and all of Nolan's friends. Because I thought it seemed unlikely that Rod Serling would add, "bring your friends," if it wouldn't
That's a very good point. Very good point.
So I was expecting Nolan to lose, and then Nolan's like, "Alrighty, the dice say I lose, but the gun says I win," and then holds gun to Ace's head.
And then it's like graphic, and then
leaves.
And then he goes, "Hey, what's your name, baby?" To Sheila, and then winks, and then it gets small, and then it's around him winking. You know how that goes.
Yes. Alright.
The end. Pop. And then ... question mark. Whap whap.
Okay.
We are back at the cafe, and Ace is selling the slot machine. Then Ace proposes to Kitty, and then this scene doesn't make sense. Kitty asks Jimbo for a quarter, says, "Call it." He says heads. He looks at it and says, "I'll marry you." What's up with that?
Stealthy. Maybe, it could have not been heads.
No, well, that's not the thing that doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense is, would she seriously do that?
No.
No, of course not. So was it like a fun joke or something? I don't know. I'm confused.
I have no idea.
How did that balloon get down here?
Oh, that was me.
I have a good idea.
I was trying to stick it to the ceiling.
Either way, she's like, "Yeah, I'll marry you." They kiss. And then Jimbo uses his power to pick up a broom, and then he sweeps.
That he had not
He previously dropped over, so it's a classic setup and payoff.
I thought it was like, I don't know. Maybe it was while he was proposing, Jimbo knocked over the broom with the mind, and that might have suggested that. And Ace said not now.
Well, he didn't have to knock over the broom. He could have just let go of it. He didn't have to use his mind to knock it over.
Was he holding the broom?
Yeah. It wasn't like it was on the ground then went...
I don't know. I think this is not anywhere near the worst we've seen in the second.
No, it's not a bad episode. I mean, it's an interesting plot. I can't say that for Mr. Dingle.
I would have liked a little more explanation. Like, because our best explanation for it was like, "I thought everyone could do it." And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I would say this is a 4 to 6 episode.
I mean, there's really nothing to say about it. That could also be because we talked about it for a long time, but maybe we were just talking about other things, and then occasionally we talked about this.
Yes, let's see what else.
What's
There was
there to
good
say?
music.
There really was.
Well, what did you like? We liked.
What did I like? I guess there's not really anything I liked about it. I thought everything was fine.
There were a couple of nice
Nothing
touches.
was done badly. I mean, I think pacing's fine and all. I mean, the story is, it's not so interesting, but it's fine.
Yeah, I thought there were a couple of nice touches and there were a couple of flaws, and overall it was uninteresting.
Yeah, like, wow. There is no way by the end of season 3 that we're gonna remember this one. No
Yeah.
way. Except for, like, all the stuff that happened in this episode.
We're gonna remember this is the
Calvin
episode.
left, Calvin gave it a 9.
And then left. This is the episode where a 9. So I have a question: is this mover gate or 9 gate?
That's a good,
Well,
I mean, there are so many, I mean, we could name a ton of things 9 gate for all the mistakes he's made, so we could just call it mover gate.
Mover gate. Alrighty.
I will say the only interesting thing really is the special effects. Like, there's some interesting stuff like when the phone comes back.
But
He gets the phone, that's the best part of
any
the episode.
special effects right there are totally offset by the fact that it was useless.
Oh, you mean that it had no bearing on the plot, or that it wouldn't have made
That
sense?
it made no
first of all?
sense.
Well, who cares?
I feel like
Really.
good special
Before
effects
the end
and
of it.
making no sense cancel it out.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's like, look at phone. I'm gonna give it a 5.
5. Alright. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Rating split! Rating split! Rating split! Rating split! Oh, I was actually just chanting for the 4.5.
I know. But then there was a real rating split.
What
Season
episode?
2 has been quite disappointing. It has been quite mediocre.
It's been Nervous Man, Eye of the Beholder, and 22.
Nick of Time.
Odyssey of Flight 33.
I mean, really. It's disappointing. Like,
Season 1 was like a classic.
Season 1 is like, you are more than likely to go into an episode and it's gonna be good. It is not the case for Season 2.
Yes. So,
That's a real shame. It's a
I
real shame.
googled, or I looked at I was looking at the Twilight Zone Wikipedia page the other day.
Ooh. And you
Ooh.
edited it.
No. But what I found was that
Right, 'cause you're banned.
they banned my IP address, by the way, after I started editorializing Tommy and Ron Masak.
You were tarnishing the legacy of this kind old man.
Yep. He had better roles. I
doubt it.
I can't list another one of his roles, but it has to be better than Harmonica Man. 1 arm.
I hope so.
There are people who are not named me who have rated Twilight Zone the 5th greatest TV drama of all time. And I think first season
Impossible with so many bad episodes. You
first
just
season
can't
would
do
have it a lot higher.
And that's the
second-
problem. Sorry.
The later seasons probably brought it down a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing about an anthology show is like, it's really tough to get it all great. Especially when you have pretty much one writer writing basically all of the episodes. At least for the first and second season. Like, it's gonna be tough, okay? So
by the second season, were they just running out of inspiration?
yeah. Well, on that note, next week we're gonna be watching Long Distance Call. I really hope you join us then. See ya.
I really hope it's better.
I really hope so too.
Goodbye.